watch this, you're going to be like so super impressed with this. This is high tech, is what I'm saying.
Talk is cheap, it's overrated, my actions speak what I'm actually saying. Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. I said talk is cheap, it's overrated, my actions speak what I'm actually saying. Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing, nothing, nothing. Well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing. Oh, well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.
Hello, happy Tuesday, and welcome to Talk is Cheap. We are at episode 138. I'm your host, Rhonda Corey, and I'm so excited that you're here. And if you're here tonight joining us, we would love to hear from you. Please make sure you say hi in the comics. See, I'm thinking of comedians. Comments. The comment section. Yes, say hello. We have a really fun show. Super. And of course, we have I guess we don't have the Chewy cam. Well, all right. Well, we do have Chewy, though. Let's see. There he is. There he is. I don't know. The intro's not working right, but whatever. That's fine. It's okay. You know, that's just how it is. Live stream show. Yay, Chewy's here, right? And he's sleeping because he's had his quiet moments. And let's see if he stays quiet for the entire show. All right. So we have Chewy's here with us tonight. We have Adam Minnick is back, which is we have some real estate tips, and my guest host, Teresa Roberts. A super fun show. And of course, the scorekeeper's here to keep score. So we need somebody keeping score. So you guys doing tonight? I hope everything's going great for you. If we have to, for those people in Florida, I guess they're getting some bad storms. What's the name of the hurricane? Tom, you and I are on the stage. Tom said, pray for Florida. Right. What is the storm? What is the name of the hurricane? Let me know, because I can't remember anything. Anyway, yeah, we have to be safe. Either in Orlando. Pick this week to go to Disney. Great, because what they make you do, I found out, is you have to stay in your hotel to get food for the next 24 hours and stay in your hotel. Can you imagine if you're in your hotel room with all your little kitties? The happiest place on earth? I don't think so. I'm just saying, that's all. Anyway, I am so excited to start the show. Hurricane. Oh, it's Ian. Hey, thanks, Betty. Thanks, Betty. Thanks for joining us. Ian. Okay, now we know. I didn't know. All right, so we're going to start the show, and I am going to bring up your co-host, and I'm going to sleep. All right. Bye, Chill. He's so cute. All right, ready? Are you ready for your co-host? I'm very excited. This is her first time here on Talk is Cheap. Listen to Woman Comics. She opened for Jerry Seinfeld, Maria Bamford, and Paula Poundstone. Those are some big names there, you guys. But that's not it. She's authored 4 published books. So how cool amazing artist too, by the way. Amazing, amazing. And she's here with us tonight. Please, please welcome Teresa Roberts Logan, everybody.
Hello, hello. And that was my mama.
Hi, how are
Betty
you?
Jean. That was my mama, Betty Jean.
Oh, how nice.
Yes, she's
Yay,
escaping
and
it.
she was there, right there, giving us the information. So how cool is that? How cool is
Hey,
that?
Mama.
Teresa, we're so excited that you're here. I'm so excited to have you on because here's the thing, right? You and I knew each other, but we had never met. Right?
That's right. We've never met in human form. Just in this ghostly
form, no. And we had never
form.
Yes. Yeah, and we had never even met like on a on the internet, as far as like, person to person, online or whatever. But we were friends on Facebook. And, Teresa, you've been a comic. You've been doing comedy for how long?
Well, I started, oh golly, over 30 years ago. And then I took a big break after my son was born. And now I'm back in. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like getting on a really scary bicycle. Ooh, I think you froze. Did you freeze? Okay. Yeah.
I thought you froze. I'm not sure if it was you or so Rose. I'm not sure if who's freezing. But that's interesting. All right, who's freezing, you guys? I need to know if is it me or is it Teresa?
I don't know. You're freezing.
Oh my goodness, how fun. Anyway, definitely that was definitely me that froze that time. I'm freezing.
My husband.
Okay.
I'm texting my husband because maybe him being on the internet,
is yeah. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry you can't watch your show right now. We share internet with our neighbors. I mean, legitimately, because our landlord has internet for all
legit
property. It's legit. Yeah, I didn't mean it to get like I would know how to do anything not legit. I don't know how to do anything that isn't legit. So we can just dispense with that idea. Anyway.
But if my husband's using the internet, he needs to. I don't know. I think we'll maybe we'll just say goodbye to Chewy. I don't know.
Oh, that sounds so sad, saying goodbye to Chewy. I don't know if I'm on, if people are seeing me right now, or if Rhonda's frozen, or if I'm frozen. I don't know. I just sit here and let's just have a meditative moment, because I don't really know what just happened. I am kind of co-hosting the show, but I don't really know who else is coming on board, and I don't have any of the controls. So, oh, she went away. Is it just me now? Is it just me on the... Well, let's talk about my posters. Okay, here's the weird thing on this. You have to do it backwards, and I don't understand. This is my Telluride Horror Show poster. This is my Night of the Living Dead lunchbox. Everybody needs one of these. I'm not really sure.
Wait, I'm back.
I was showing everybody my poster.
Having internet problems.
Night of the Living Dead lunchbox.
Can you guys hear me now? Am I still frozen? I'm frozen again.
You're not frozen. Am I frozen? You're not.
All right, I'm okay.
Yeah, there was a glitch.
This is crazy. Maybe let me try something. I don't know what's going on.
For a second,
this is absolutely insane. But maybe, yeah, I don't know. I've never really had Well, all right. You guys, can everyone again? Oh, shoot. This is crazy. I've never had internet problems. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe we can do this. Maybe I should
Can you see me? Can
up.
you hear me and see me? It looks like I can see you, but you're a little bit frozen right now. And now it's just me. I want to look at the chat and see what like people are saying. Just you. Rhonda is freezing. It's just me. It's worse now than before. You're all good to go. Okay. What else can we talk about in my office? I have so many interesting things in here. I have my coloring books. I can hawk my coloring books. Here's some of my coloring books that I've done. Look at that. This one's coming out in October. Yeah, so they're just full of beautiful things. I'm doing this and I'm not even sure that I'm on. Am I on? Is it just me? Is it just Teresa? Oh, where can you buy them? Then you can hear me. Okay. Alrighty. You can buy these on Amazon. And I'm hawking my coloring books now.
Good. No, you should. Can you hear it? Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, because
I didn't know if I was on or not, so I just pulled out merch.
Oh my goodness. I'm actually on. I'm using my phone as my internet. I don't know what's going on. It's crazy tonight. It's this. I've never had that. Usually it's been my guests, but never. Thank you for covering the show. You didn't know that's how it was going to be. It's like, no, you're on, and it's all you. I know you have these really cool coloring books that you've done, which is amazing.
Really are cool. I'm real proud of them. Nah, that's Paisley. Oh wait, see, I'm doing that thing where I go the wrong way. And then this one's coming out October of 23.
Oh, that's really cool. Can you open
up
one
on Amazon? You can get them on Amazon, but you can also go to your indie bookstores and request the Posh Coloring Book series. And that's what they are. Cool. Posh Coloring Books, Posh. And if you go to my author page on Amazon, you can get all the details, but go to your indie bookstores too, and your big box bookstores and whatever. Everywhere.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
enough
fun.
merch. I just
asked. That's so cool because it's so funny. My friend, I was just at my friend's house and she was just showing me, her coloring books and that how relaxing it is to just sit there and just kind of chill out and do that,
It is. I always have these right here.
Nice. So
many colored pencils.
Yeah, it's fun, right? That's really cool. All right.
It is.
So before I leave you guys again, I am so sorry about that. Let me bring up some of these comments. Let's see. Look at everybody chiming in. So they were trying to save my show, because it certainly wasn't me. Yeah. Oh, June wanted to know. She said those are literally your designs, right?
Yes. I drew them all. And the first two I did by hand. Like I drew little pie pieces and then we duplicated them in a computer. So I did them all in pen and ink. And the latest one I did all digitally, which was really fun and very different and so much faster.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, it was. Because they're pretty
intricate.
Like this one, I think I was almost too intricate.
Really. Oh my word.
Like some of them are kind of, And actually, I have to tell you something funny. There's a meme. If you look it up, it's mandala meme. Just Google that. And it's the one where it's a mandala and somebody's just roughly gone over it with a red crayon, like this was supposed to relax me. And it's a meme and it's my mandala. So I started seeing all my friends posting this.
That's hysterical.
Like, oh my gosh, it's my mandala. And then this one, there has some complicated ones, but it also has some more simple ones and stuff. So
wow. Yeah,
this is the one. And then this one has lettering in it too, like phrases and encouraging. The point of this one is to relax you and just make everything feel good. I guess that is for all of them.
Yeah. All right, let's see. All right, let's bring up our next guest, just in case you'll have someone to talk to if I don't make it.
I've got so much merch though. I'll keep pulling merch out.
All right, you just keep showing us your goods. You just keep showing us your goods. Now I lost my place on this, so well, whatever. All right, so this our next guest has been here before. He is a real estate agent. He knows all the stuff. He knows all the things, all the details. He's so good. He really knows the market, and he's going to help us right now because the market's a little different right now than it was the last time he was here. That's for sure. So please welcome back Joe Luca.
Hey, Joe Luca.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Joe. Thanks for being on this crazy show.
Thank you very much for having me on. I actually opened up a window for Amazon and started to look for Teresa's books on Amazon, and they are all there. So anyone who's looking for them, check them out. It's a nice place to pick them up. And of course,
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, you can go to my author page, and most of them are there. So
yeah.
Now I have a question for you.
Ask away.
You're a real estate guy, and you look like you're sitting between two houses. So
I'm on my porch. I'm on my porch.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes, it's observant because it's, the TV's on, people are talking. And, I have a radio show, which I did earlier tonight, and I was going to do it while I was there, but it was just so bloody hot in the radio station. I just said, I've got to get out of here. I hustled home. So now this is the only quiet place in the house. So
I didn't know if that was a green screen or not, like behind you, like the real estate. Yeah, but it does. It's very appropriate. I was thinking the same thing, Teresa. So
yeah.
I was like, he's between two houses. Is he
right.
showings or
on the porch? We've got the outside door right here, and then we've got the inside of the house over there. So
okay, all righty.
So Joe, like the market is a lot different than the last time you were here, and especially the rates. So give us some info about what's going on now.
Change is good, because before we were experiencing a lot of what I call equity accumulation, where basically you own a house and you just sit in it, and every year it's worth more. You don't have to do anything. So we experienced that for several years, and it was not only were we experiencing it, but it was at breakneck rates. It was at double digits, 10, 12, 14, as high as 18% per year. So literally, if somebody bought a house with no money down right before COVID started, and then they didn't work and didn't make any payments on that house, and they owed all the payments on the house, they could have sold the house after COVID and made money, because prices went up 18% per year. So if you bought a $300,000 house, you get 18% per year just for doing nothing. So that's the way it was. And believe it or not, even though interest rates have gone up, just for perspective, the end in December of 21, rates were in like the low 3s, maybe high 2s. And then they started to go up. And then over the summer, they were bouncing around in the 5s and 6s in August. Even though we had high rates that were double what they were at the beginning of the year, values went up 3.9% for single family homes in August of this year compared to August of last year. So prices were still going up. Okay. Wow. Unfortunately, because interest rates went up, the people who said, I'm going to wait for the market to crash, what happened is values went up and interest rates went up. So if you bought a house for $400,000 last year, that same this year, only interest rates would be 1.5 to 2 points higher. So your payment would be $1,000 a month more.
Wow.
And interest.
It's insane.
Yes.
Okay, my question for you is, what about haunted houses?
Well, so I'm in Rhode Island. I'm in northern Rhode Island, and we have some haunted houses here.
Everybody does. That's the
thing.
In
fact, the house I live in, my house was built in 1800, but it's not haunted.
Oh.
Well, that's
So
good.
what you need to do is that roof you're sitting under that we
Right.
see the ceiling, you need to paint that haint blue. Do you know about haint blue?
I do, and it's kind of is it kind of a funky color right now. I want to paint it like that sky blue, like they do down south. You know.
That's it. That's the
Yep.
haint blue. It can be
Okay.
any kind of color that can be interpreted as water, and
Right.
it fools the spirits, and they can't cross water, so then it'll keep your spirit free.
I was.
Or if they're already in there, I guess it'll keep them from
They'll
leaving.
stay in here, right?
So-
You know, I was not aware
so
of that.
chew them
Okay.
out,
Yep.
and then paint.
And I thought the blue was for like the sky to make you relax or something.
Yeah,
When you
I
sip-
would think
when you
so.
were
I
sipping
think
tea, cool. When sipping, iced tea in the summer.
that's it. Or even, whenever, because
Right.
you have a nice blue sky. All right. No,
Right.
Alice is here, and listen to this. She's in the midst of possibly selling her childhood home.
Yep.
It's a big step of faith. She's been there for 70 years.
Holy smokes! Hi, Alice.
Oh, wow, that's so cool.
That's amazing. So that's buying and selling a home. It's usually the largest financial transaction of someone's life, but
Yeah.
that's always coupled with it. It's usually an emotional transaction too, because it's the house you grew up in, the house you had kids in, the house, whatever it is, even if it's something like it's a bad experience, a divorce or something like that, people are going from something bad, moving into something, presumably more happy in their new beginning. It's a new beginning for them. So it's always an emotional experience too. So Alice, that's amazing. Where, I don't know if she can chime in where the house is. What state are you in?
Massachusetts. I know she's
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
She's in Mass.
Excellent. So that's a big step to sell a house that you've been in for 70 years.
Sure
Yeah.
is.
Kidding.
That's amazing.
It is
Yep.
like you said, because you build. I mean, there's some people that they're like it's a house.
Right.
But to me, I'm extremely sentimental. I'm one of those people.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so, we've lived here now since my son was little. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
For 20 years. My in-laws actually have an apartment upstairs from us. So they're here with us. So, I mean, we've built a lot of memories. We've, I think this is definitely the longest I've ever lived anywhere. And so, I guess it would be kind of emotional selling this house, and not easy either, because you don't realize how much junk you accumulate over time. That's another thing. That's going to be it's not
yeah.
fun.
Yep.
Every time we moved, and we've moved we've lived in Colorado and Virginia and DC, and we're in Pennsylvania now. We've gotten rid of so much stuff, and we still have so much stuff. It's ridiculous. But our place in Colorado, we planted 2 trees when our son was little, and we always go back and check on them, and they're big and strong and beautiful now. So it's really nice.
That's nice.
But you get really emotional. You're always like, hope everybody's taking care of our house. And
Yeah, right.
Not our house,
Yeah.
but it is our house.
Yeah.
My brother was here visiting, and so we decided to go check out our childhood home in Massachusetts. And so we drove there, and we actually knocked on the door.
Oh, you did?
We did. Cool. We knocked on the door, and the guy that bought the house we were the owners before he bought the house. So he's been there since we left.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And
so did you know him?
No, I
you
didn't know him, but he knew about my dad, because my dad was a radio announcer. And so he knew, who my dad was. And so, but I was just like, oh my gosh. And we took a picture in front of the house, my brother and I, and yeah, I mean, and you don't know how bad I wanted to go in the house.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, hey, can I, I was lucky that, he talked to us first, the lady that, I guess I don't know, it was his wife or whatever, and then she got him, and then he talked to us for a while, which was really cool.
Oh, that's
but
neat.
it's like that nostalgia, you just feel so comfortable and everything. But anyway, Joe, so I mean, what is the future looking like for future homeowners?
Well, let me get my crystal ball.
I know. Well, what are you? I mean, you've seen.
No, I know. Yeah, I mean, just for perspective, there's a lot of interest rates. Yesterday, today is Tuesday. Yesterday, interest rates hit 7%. And there's something called par, okay, from mortgage interest rates. And par is like an interest rate that you get that you don't have to, the bank doesn't pay any money to get it to go up or down, and you don't pay money to get it down, like buying it down. So if you qualify for let's say a 6% interest rate, but you want to get a better interest rate, you can take money to the closing and give it to the bank, and they'll give you a lower interest rate. So if you pay 1 point, which is 1% of the loan,
Yeah.
you'll lower the interest rate, whatever it is, a quarter of a point or half a point. And it only makes sense in certain circumstances to do
Right.
something like this, but there are options to do that normally. Well, now,
I've never heard that term par. I've never
right,
heard that.
not many people have. It's an inside baseball term.
It's, I think it's called money talks.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So normally, that rate is where you don't have to do anything. That's just the rate you get. Well, now that rate isn't even available to folks. The only rates that are available, you have to bring money, you have to buy down the rates to even get a higher rate, because it's just not, and like no one wants to buy those mortgages unless someone else wants to bring money to the table. So this has been, yesterday and today, rates have gone up a couple of times throughout the day. Now, there are still options, like folks who have already been looking for houses and already were pre-approved. They're in kind of a good shape because they may have, a 6 or even a 5.75 that they were pre-approved for before.
Okay.
If you worked with a good lender, someone who knew what they were doing, could see, because we kind of had an idea that rates were going to continue going up. We just didn't know how much or when. So the situation we're in now is rates have gone up. We don't know if they're going to continue going up or if they're going to come down or stay the same. And then home prices, how is this going to affect buyers? It's been a seller's market for so long. I believe that, we've had so many more buyers on the market than sellers. If a whole bunch of buyers no longer qualify, maybe we'll get a little bit closer to a balanced market, which is healthier long-term.
Right.
In plain English, it sucks if you're one of the buyers who no longer can afford to buy a house.
Right.
But it will come back.
Wow.
The people who are saying, "Oh, I'm going to wait for the market to come down or rates to come down," listen, values are still going up.
Jeez.
You're renting, you're paying 100% interest. So that's a lot more than 7 or 8. And it, as a point of reference, the historic average for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage is 8%. So we're still below that. Maybe we're going to hit it, maybe not, I don't know. But if you get a house and you're getting 7% or 7.125%, if you're going to be there more than a few years, you'll have an opportunity to refinance,
Right.
presumably at a lower rate, because these rates that we have now, in the early 2000s, this was normal.
Right.
This was normal. My first mortgage was 9.95, and
Wow.
and I thought I was silent and profiling because I had a rate below 10.
Right. I think when we moved in here, it was at least 7% or 7.25 or something.
Yeah.
When, and that was like 20 years ago. So yeah, the early 2000s.
And then they went down, and then the market crashed. Then they went back up.
Yep.
And then they've slowly been coming down over the past several years.
And I'm so glad I refied what I did. Sorry.
Yeah. Right. So the one thing for sure is, this too shall pass. This precarious time with interest rates, this will pass. Home prices, it's unlikely that they're going to decline. And by that, I mean not price reductions, but I mean compared to what the house was worth last year. So if you had a house that was worth $300 last year and you're trying to sell it for $350 this year, well, maybe you're going to have to drop the price to $325, but that's still more than it was worth last year.
Right. Yeah, a considerable amount. It's still going,
Right.
Yeah.
So and a lot of these things too depend on the type of the house, where it's located. I have I just put this house under agreement. It's here in Cumberland. It was built in 1880, and it was a typical 1800s house. It had small rooms, low ceiling, tons of character, exposed beams.
Ooh, I love that. I love
right. It's very nice, but it's not for everybody. If somebody wants an open floor plan and only 9-foot ceilings, they're not going to look at that house.
Right.
I've
It's
had
like
other
on all
houses, and
those shows, everybody's like open floor plan,
right,
and all those shows on the home and garden channels.
yeah,
You know, they're all like they decorate them the same. It's
yep,
always the same, and they're always like a kindergarten teacher whose
yeah,
budget is 5 million. You know, and
right,
you're just
right,
like,
yeah.
really?
I know, totally unrealistic.
What do you
And the
think?
thing
For
is, that the
I
open,
weave baskets, and my budget is $7 million.
yeah, right,
No, no.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
Oh,
That's
and
true.
this is my first house. Yeah, this is my first house,
Yeah, yeah.
and then we're gonna spend 350,000 remodeling it. Yeah,
See,
Right.
these are the shows that break my heart. So, because I love old houses and I like that original woodwork, and I
Mhm.
yep,
like it to just, I like antiques, and I really like character. And you see these things where they go, let's just rip that out, and it
yeah,
just kills me. It just kills me.
yeah. Me too.
Uh,
I know. So, but a house like that, those take longer to sell. Whereas, and that this house has been on the market. Where are we? This is about 4 months, 3.5 months. Whereas I've had other houses in lower priced areas, little more demand, raised ranches. So it's that very pedestrian style. Those houses sell in a week.
Man,
You
Isn't
know,
that crazy? It's
because
crazy.
that's appealing to a wider group of people.
Right.
yeah. I mean, the market's really hot here in Pittsburgh. I mean, we rent now,
Yep.
and our landlords are in real estate, and they said it's crazy how busy it is. You can't keep a thing on the market for a week.
Yeah.
It's like crazy.
And good apartments are like hen's teeth. I have people calling me up. It's like, I need a 3-bedroom apartment. I can spend up to $3,000 a month, which is a lot.
That is a lot.
There's nothing out there.
Yeah.
That's right. There's nothing out there.
Yeah. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, Joe, we could have you here for the whole show to talk, but we'll have to have you back. It'll be
Yes.
interesting when we have you back to see
The
how
market's
many
doing.
changes,
Yes.
that there have been. But thank you so much.
Thank
you guys,
you.
if you want to follow Joe, which of course you should, all of his follows are right there in the comments. And
Thank you.
he has his own radio show. How can they find your
So-
radio show?
So it's WNRI 99.9. If you go to WNRI.com, you can find it there live every Tuesday night from 6 to 7 o'clock Eastern time. It's also posted as a podcast on Anchor.fm, the Joe Luca Real Estate Show, a creative name, the Joe Luca Real Estate
That's
Show.
very creative. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, no, thank you very much for having me on. I mean, I'm on Facebook, and usually if you Google me, Joe Luca Realtor, you can find me.
All right.
It's a
you
great
guys.
name, Joe Luca.
Isn't it a cool
Joe
name?
Luca.
It's very cool.
I love that name.
Thank you.
And how can you forget it? All right. Joe Luca, you guys, he is your guy for real estate. So,
Ladies, thank you so much.
thanks, Joe. Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. He's so good. And he really knows his stuff. So
You can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, and I have to say, like when he starts talking all the numbers, and then if you did this, and then but then you're owing 1,000 a month, then it just gets terrifying for me. I just get terrified.
Yeah.
So, but he's nice and friendly, and he made me like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
I
right.
think okay. He gave a little hope there, didn't he? There was a little
Yeah.
hope.
There was some
Some
hope.
hope.
There's some hope. Yeah. All right. Are you ready? We're going to bring up our next guest. I can't wait. He's worked in comedy clubs, the Improv Comedy Club, Punchline in Philly, as well as abroad in Dublin, Perth, and Stockholm.
You're kidding.
No, we're going to talk to him. His dry bar special is out, you guys, so you'll be able to watch his dry bar. Finally, please welcome back to Talk is Cheap, Adam Minnick.
Adam Minnick. Hey, Adam.
Hi, everyone. Hi.
Okay, can I tell you why I reacted that way about comedy in Dublin? Because I'm
Sure.
going to Dublin next month, and I'm going to do some comedy.
Oh, very cool. Have fun. They're
Yeah.
fun. They're nice people. Nice people, the Irish.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, that's
I
fun.
love
So how'd you get that gig there, Teresa? How did you? Who
Well,
booked that? No, I'm just
This
kidding.
dear friend of mine, this dear friend of mine here named Harriet Riley, who's this amazing comic from Wales. She told me about this thing where someone had posted we're looking for a comedian to open for Ardal O'Hanlon, who's a famous Irish comedian. He's one of the stars of Father Ted and Death in Paradise and all, and he's a great stand-up comic. And long story short, I got the gig and I opened for him and I asked him about, and it was a great show. We had a lot of fun and he's wonderful and his wife is wonderful. We had a great time. I during pandemic in March bought the cheapest ticket to Ireland you could ever, just because I thought I'm going to go to Ireland before I die, and God knows when that's going to be. But I'm like, and so like last March I bought this super cheap ticket to Dublin, and then I'm like, what are the chances that I'm going to be opening for a comic from Dublin? And so I asked him, and he said, oh, call so and so. So I got a set in Dublin.
Oh,
Cool.
fun.
But can I tell y'all something real funny about like how getting in touch with the club in Dublin? So I'm going to make a phone call. I'm out in this outer parking lot eating chicken nuggets of this mall. And I'm way out, under these trees. There's nobody out where nobody parks there. And I'm sitting there and I figured, oh, it's 5 hours later in Dublin. Why don't I go ahead and make my business call now? And I was real nervous about it because I'm super clumsy and dopey about business stuff. And I'm just always say the wrong thing and make everything weird. That's like my gift. And so I sat there and I practiced my little, hi, this is Teresa and I just want to do an unpaid set in Dublin. And so I'm sitting there in the car, have my windows rolled down, I finish my chicken nuggets and I like do it and I call and I'm leaving the message out in this empty parking lot. I'm like, so again, that's Teresa Roberts Logan and my number is blah, blah, blah. And 10 feet from my ear, and I've got my windows rolled down, I hear boo-hoo. And I'm like, what? And there's this woman 10 feet away from my window walking through the parking lot, cartoon boo-hooing loudly. And that's on the end of my message to the client. And I just went,
They'll think it's an American thing. So Adam, listen.
Yeah,
so,
sorry, Adam. Sorry.
No,
You're fine, Teresa.
No. So
I was feeling safe with Joe Luca. I felt so safe with Joe. I felt
right. Adam, your Dry Bar special is finally out, right? I mean, how long ago did you record your Dry Bar special?
I recorded it probably 2 years ago, November. So it was a long time, and we had talked about this before. But like when I did the set, I got off. I saw the text message from my wife. She's like, "Hey, it went great. Like, thanks. I felt great about it." And then I get home and then she's like, "You want to watch on my phone?" I'm like, I need to enjoy this. Teresa, and Rhonda, as comics, you get in your head too much. And so I'm like, no, I'm gonna enjoy this. And then they sent me the cut like 6 months later. I was like, oh, this is still pretty good. And then I watched it when it came out. I'm like, oh, this is half the stuff I don't do anymore. And I wish I had a time machine and go back. And there's so much. Since then we had a baby, and so there's so much material that comes from a child. So he's screaming in the other room. It's kind of like living with a tiny, cantankerous Jewish old man. He like screams over everything.
Well, it's why comics have children. I think it's just for the material, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, it's like 20 minutes new of just stuff on him. It's amazing. It's amazing. I would have had kids sooner had I known that some of the women like me. So
I mean, I like my kid, but the material.
Yeah, it is amazing. So yeah, but it's exciting. I'm glad I have it. It's nice for the resume, and so many comics. My ego won't let me not read the comments and what people leave.
Oh,
and it's like most are pretty good, but there's one. The guy said, I had terrible insomnia, but this guy fixed it. Like that's funny. I can appreciate that, but some of them get mean. They get mean and like
they're trolls. They're trolls.
And I just don't care now. I don't care if they're bad comments. I mean, at one point in my life was like, I hope I get a special, and I would even look forward to negative comments. That's how much I wanted a special. So. And I'm excited for yours.
You made it a thing.
Sorry, Teresa, what'd you say?
Oh, I was just saying that means you made a thing. Anytime people come at you, it's because you made a thing and they notice
Yeah.
the thing. And sometimes you just want to go, why don't you just go get an ice cream cone or just cheer yourself up? Get on the internet saying mean stuff to people.
I know.
I love B movies and bad movies, and I just feel like you made a thing.
Roadhouse, the best worst movie ever made. I love that movie.
I love Roadhouse. I just love that movie.
It's on all the
absolutely love
time.
it.
It has a monster truck and topless women. I mean, that's an 80s movie right there.
You know what my favorite bad movie? Well, I don't even think it's a bad movie, but it's I love the movie Anaconda. I love that movie so much.
So bad, but so good.
I haven't even seen it. I haven't never seen it.
Oh, John Voight is doing this horrible dialect. It's horrible. But it's just a fun, it's right before CGI got good.
Yeah.
So it's
it's
obviously fake snake, but it's doing awesome stuff. So who cares? I'm like,
remember,
make a snake movie. I'll watch it.
Speaking of terrible CGI, remember back when the Mummy was a thing and the Scorpion King, The Rock played Scorpion. The CGI is so bad. It's just
so stiff. And I love the movie The Mummy, but the Scorpion King, he's like moving like robot, bad robot.
This for me, this has been like the craziest show. Now look at Chewy. Chewy usually waits till the end of the show. He's like, no, I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna be obnoxious. He's gonna go out now. And so let me see. I think I'm gonna have to take him out. So you're gonna have to talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. I think so, because I don't think he's gonna back down. Nope, he's pretty much
sent you over the edge.
So I'll be right back.
All right. I tell you, Teresa, I'll tell you, I'm so glad I did Dry Bar, but the fact that you opened for Seinfeld, just to me, that's better than Dry Bar. It's
amazing. It was years ago, and I remember it was at a club. It was before he was even playing big places.
Yeah.
And we both got really nervous because the Kansas City Royals were in the audience. Like the whole team came to the second show. And I was like, I used to go to all the Kansas City Royals games. I paid $3 to sit in the cheap seats and watch them warm up in the bullpen.
Yeah.
And I loved them, and I knew all the. And anyway, so I remember going to the green room, and he was like, "Are the Kansas City Royals really out there?" And I was like, "Yeah, they're really out there." And he was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "I know, oh my god." Anyway,
it's amazing.
Fine. And so
I'm sure
to do other things, I hear, and he did pretty well.
He did all right.
Seinfeld? Is it like a Jimmy Steinfeld? I'm not sure. Did Seinfeld make it? Did anything come of that? I mean,
did anything?
Bill Burr just did the Red Sox Stadium, and I guess he was I heard Tom Papa talking about it, where I think they sold 30,000 tickets, and Bill Burr's like, I hope I'm funny. Like, I think you'll be good.
Yeah.
My gosh. All right, you guys. All right. Are you ready for the next part of our show? Because I don't know if I am.
You did the dog thing? I thought you were going to go walk your dog. I was like,
I know. I just let him outside, and so he'll be barking pretty soon to come back in, which is always yay. All right, but we have to start our next part, which is usually my favorite part. It is time for Ellen. Yay, it worked. It's time for You've Got Game. And today's game is Fast Foodie.
Yeah.
I like the special design on the screen.
Do you love it? It wouldn't be a game without our very special scorekeeper. Please welcome the Talk is Cheap scorekeeper, my not Oh, that's very sweet, scorekeeper. That is fabulous. Yay! Oh, look. So the scorekeeper saying hi, and so is Chewy, of course. Come on, buddy. Oh my word. This is just so, I can't believe this show. It's just great. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. We have the two. There you are. There you guys are.
Is that the Seinfeld Lego?
You have a kid.
I love it.
I've got the Seinfeld Lego set over here. So that's the Seinfeld Lego. Nice.
Love it. Love it. All right. The scorekeeper's getting their props. All right. You guys, you are going to be playing for the very coveted Rhonda Corey Comedy Hand Sanitizer.
Nice.
100% clean comedy, 100% clean and sanitized hands. This prize is valued at $5,500. Okay.
I drink that.
Type in your answers. We are playing Fast Foodies. And all right, let's see how you do. Ready? You guys, of course, in the audience, we want you to play along. All right, our very first question is, you're going to type in your answers, and we remember how to do that, right, you guys? Your first question is, what two colors are featured on the Subway logo? Two colors featured on the Subway logo. This is a thinker. You guys in the audience, you want to play along? Go right ahead. All right, Adam.
Do you see? Did my answer show up?
Yeah, it will. It will show up in a minute.
Okay.
All right, Adam, you're going to type in your answer and hit save, and then we will see who has it right.
I typed it in.
Did you hit save?
I don't know.
I did too.
Is it in the comments or you
No,
just
no,
have a chat?
where your name is. Remember how to put your name in? So we go. All right. So what on the bottom where your picture is and the 3 dots?
Yep, I'm there.
Okay.
It's just not showing up here, but it's
No, it won't show up yet.
Oh.
Yeah, it won't show up until we're showing. Do you have it down there, Adam?
I'm seeing it. I hit the 3 dots and it says stop
Edit
my
name.
edit name.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, that's what I put. I'm dumb.
And then there you go. All right. Let's see. Oh, you put it in the comments. I see. Yes. All right. Ready, you guys? Is the answer green and yellow? Yellow and green. The answer.
Yes.
Let's see. Subway.
Yes.
Fresh. The answer is green and yellow. So very, very good.
Nice.
All right. Let's see. Alice has it. No, Tom, it's not red and yellow. I'm sorry.
Come on,
Yes,
Tom.
it is yellow and green, green and yellow. It doesn't matter whichever way you put it. As long as you have green and yellow on there, you are correct. Earl Music is here.
Earl.
Hey, Earl. And Karen Robertson's here. Awesome. I love those guys. Housing market is just,
Hey, Rhonda, if we get them all right, is this a red flag for a better eating?
That you're just very aware. All right, are you ready? Are you ready for your next question? All right, ready? How many dots appear on the Domino's logo? How many dots appear on the Domino's logo? Type in your answers.
Oh.
Take a guess.
I just guessed.
All right. Are you ready? Let's reveal your answers. Let's see. Teresa says 8. Adam says 5. Let's see. Tom Hoy says it's 3. June Colson says it's 5.
Nice, June.
Aaron says it's 9. And Alice.
Look, my mood ring is changing colors right now.
Earl says only 1. Alice says it's 5. All right, let's see.
1 was my first instinct. I might should have gone with that.
The correct answer is 3. Tom Roy, the only one who got it right. Oh, Earl has it. Yep, Earl just put 3 down. Yep, 3. 3 is the correct answer. I'm sorry, guys. You're wrong.
The Domino logo. That was hard.
That was a hard one. Yeah, we're not going to make everything simple, easy. We're going to make it think a little bit. We're not just giving these prizes away for nothing. All right, are
Gotta
you
make us
ready?
work for that hand sanitizer, man.
That's right. You gotta work. All right, the next question is, which fast food restaurant sells Happy Meals to children? Which fast food restaurant sells Happy Meals to children? Are you ready? Type in your answers. All right, let's reveal. Mickey D's, also from McDonald's. McDonald's. Let's see. Earl knew it was McDonald's, and so did June. Yep. Tom, McD's. And the correct answer is McDonald's. You are both correct. Yay. Oh, look at the scorekeeper. I miss stuff that scorekeeper does every single week. Oh my goodness. Oh, they sell them cheap. To adults too. Cheap adults.
Well, I confess that's what I usually get as a Happy Meal.
I know, right? Oh my gosh. And when my son was little.
I'm a cheap adult though.
All right. Let's keep this going. Ready? Next up, which fast food restaurant sells the Whopper?
Oh, come on.
Guys, I know. Well, they're knocking off so hard. Your way. Your $5.
Are you stealing signs to do this show? That's what I want to know.
That scorekeeper is something else. I'll tell you right now.
The scorekeeper and his contraband. I'm just saying.
If you stick around after the show, we'll do the scorekeeper reveal just for you behind the scenes.
Okay.
BK, also known as Burger King. Burger King, let's see. Earl knew it was Burger King. So did June. And so did Tom and Alice and Betty. Yay. Okay. The correct answer is absolutely Burger King.
Yeah.
Burger King dance.
All right. I think we're going to move to the pictures right now. We're going to move on to the pictures. And you are going to have to identify what restaurant this picture is from. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Alex, show your first picture. Ooh, that looks quite yummy.
I got that.
Ooh, where is that blizzard from? A blizzard. Yum, 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 yum. All right, so type in your answers. And so, Alex, you got to hide them next time. Hide those answers. Dairy Queen. You both said it's Dairy Queen. Oh, you should have said it was DQ, also known as.
I started to. And I thought I would just throw y'all a curve. But Earl covered me. Look, Earl covered me. He did DQ.
He did. He got it. That's why I was saying that. All right, let's see. Tom said Dairy Queen.
Dairy Q.
Dairy Q, no, Dairy Queen, Dairy Queen. I don't know if I think we have a Dairy Queen near, not too close to here, but I think there's one in Rhode Island. Dairy Queen. Those blizzards look really yummy, but I have to be honest, I'd rather eat my ice cream than drink it.
We used to drive to Arkansas to the beautiful lakes all the time from Tennessee. And on our way, there was a Burger Queen and a Dairy King.
Come on.
Yeah. So they were just
really
messing. Yeah, they were just messing, but they wanted that, they wanted people to go, can I get a Blizzard there? Can I get a Whopper there? It was very confusing, but I'm sure they didn't get sued, so it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's a tough one. All right, are you ready? We've got a picture of a logo, and you have to tell me what restaurant this logo is from. All right, are you ready?
Oh, I worked there in high school.
Did you?
I did. Back when you had to wear those little stripy things. Those little stripy pinafores. How does a pinafore?
I don't think it's.
You had to wear like a white nurse's outfit and stripy pinafore.
Well, I worked at Burger King a couple of times. I worked there as an employee when they had like the brown, yellow, and is it white or red stripes? They were orange. It was hideous. the
Well,
uniforms.
I remember those, and I remember at Wendy's, like, you couldn't say that people would come through the drive-thru and want a milkshake, but Wendy's doesn't have milkshakes.
Frosty.
It's like, we don't have milkshakes, and then people would say, "Well, then what do you have?" And you had to say, "We have the Frosty." What's a Frosty? Well, Frosty is a half chocolate, half vanilla frozen dairy dessert. And then they would argue, "Was it like a milkshake?" It's tough on Wendy's employees not having quite a milkshake.
I understand that. Yeah, when I worked at Burger King, they actually had the microphones that you would say your order in. Yep, you would be like, Whopper. That was my first gig. Whopper with cheese, no pickle, 3 fries. Make sure you put fries down. Anyway,
I think everybody should work fast food, and our world would be kinder.
I think so too.
Because it's so hard. It's a hard job. Any job at a fast food restaurant.
Yeah. I didn't do fast food, but I waited tables at a country club, and that was awful. That was awful.
Oh.
A lot of pretentious people.
Yeah, it's tough. All right,
Plus,
we both said Wendy's here. Earl said Wendy's, as Tom did, and Alice and June. And guess what, you guys? That was Wendy. You were all absolutely correct. Good job, guys. Good job. All right.
Yes.
Are you ready? Oh, this one. All right, let's bring up the next logo, shall we? Oh, that's a really cool logo. You have to admit, that is a very, very cool logo. I mean, it's a picture, yet it's a letter. It's really very, very cool. Whoever did that.
But it looks like it looks like it's going to be. Well, I shouldn't say, because I'll say after the answer.
Okay. All right.
Because I don't want to. Yeah, I think everybody.
All right. You both said it was Chick-fil-A, and so did Alice, and so did Earl, and so did June, and Tom just said it was chicken.
But I think the logo looks like a chicken noodle, so you would really go there expecting soup.
You think?
Yeah, it looks
Do
like
they have soup?
Or a dizzy chicken. Maybe a dizzy chicken.
Well, either way, whatever you think the logo looks like, you got it correct. So you are both right.
Yeah.
Yay.
This is my night. This is my night.
I just think that's very clever. I think it's a very clever logo.
It's great marketing.
I like it, all the merchandise that the scorekeeper has stolen from various restaurants.
That scorekeeper is amazing. Just absolutely amazing.
Is this a see something, say something situation on all the things he had?
I mean, just incredible. Look at all the stickers you guys have. That's how you're being scored, with stickers. All right, let's do one more.
Is it an image or a question?
It is an image. It's an image. It's a logo.
It's a taste test. This is a taste test.
That'd be fun.
Interweb.
I love it. I love it.
I remember that.
This is so cool.
And historic. It's also historic.
Yes. That is true. All right. You guys have your answers in. Ready? Little Caesars. It's Little Caesars. All right. Who has it in the audience? Little Caesars. Little Caesars pizza. Caesars. And what? And Betty has it too. What does he say? Do you know what their
Pizza.
Pizza. And I don't know, have you had Little Caesars pizza? Have you had it?
It's been many years.
It's not good, you guys.
There's the reason they don't make it anymore.
I was gonna say I didn't know if they were still in business, but
It's I think like a
again,
family video.
so-
You could probably find it somewhere, kind of like Family Video. There's one in Oregon.
Yeah. Or Dairy King and Burger Queen.
Yeah.
Find
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's interesting. All right. So do we have the final score? Every Friday. Okay. We have a final score, the tally of who won. It's a tie, you guys. It is
Come on.
a tie. Wow.
oh yeah, because we both missed
both
dominoes. We both
All
missed
right. That's
dominoes.
awesome.
I think the Coming to America reference on my McDowell's should be worth an extra point.
McDonald's. That's hysterical.
Yeah, I would agree to that.
That was a great movie. Now that was a great movie that I saw. All right.
I didn't like the sequel they did for Netflix or whatever. I was not a fan of it. It was okay, but the original is always better.
That happens a lot.
What's the most recent movie everybody has seen in a theater? Has anybody been lately?
My son has been to every movie ever.
Jurassic Park.
Okay, I
Latest
saw Nope. I loved it.
Was it good?
Loved it. I love everything Jordan Peele does.
Yeah, I want to see it. I haven't seen Get
I
Out.
love
Like,
it.
been wanting to see that.
And I can usually predict everything that's going to happen in a movie. Like it makes me nervous.
Yeah.
And this one I couldn't. Like I was like,
What's
see it on a big
what's
screen. Yeah,
what's
I
the
like
one he did
that.
with the family? What's the one with the family and then the identical, like they had another family just like the little girl their voices were really creepy.
Us. Yeah.
That was creepy. That was creepy. The
Don't
way they
tell me,
talk.
don't tell me in case I see it.
You don't like scary movies?
You know what? I like psychological thrillers.
I do too. I love that. And I actually I don't like slashers or very
No.
much or
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not a
watch
fan of that.
I don't watch serial killer stuff,
Right.
but I love scary movies, and Nope and Us were super.
You
Yeah,
know,
I need to
I'm
see-
like, how about like and I just went totally blank because my dog, I'm like, he's barking again. He's barking. You know, The Birds and Psycho and
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
all those.
I
I
love
love
them.
all those.
I love
Hitchcock.
those. Hitchcock
my-
movies. Oh my gosh,
love
I love Hitchcock movies.
They're
Rear
so
Window.
good.
I love Rear Window. That's like, oh my gosh.
Oh, I love that.
That is
I just watched that again recently. And
Vertigo.
Yeah, love that.
Love the
And
classics.
North by Northwest.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I love the old horror movies too. I love all the Universal monsters like Dracula and the old.
Oh my gosh, my son's going crazy right now.
Frankenstein.
My son is going crazy. You're gonna have to stick around. You're gonna have to stick around. All right, Alex, who's on the show next week? Who do we have on next week? All right, next week. Are you ready? My co-host will be Mickey Bell. And guess who's back? Jonas Woods is going to be back. We haven't had him on for a long time. He's going to be on as a guest. And then Courtney Kelly's going to be here to give us some pro tips. It's going to be an awesome show, as was this one. This was a great show.
It
Thank
was
you,
very
guys. Teresa, thank you so much for helping me out when I was
Good job, Teresa.
You did a great job carrying the show, and Adam, we're so excited, you guys. Check out Teresa. Make sure you buy her coloring books and go check them out at Laughing Redhead. You can follow her. Adam Minnick, all of his follows are right there, and you got to go check out his dry bar special. What's it called, Adam?
It's called Low Pay and Disrespect. It's about when I used to teach. So, it's weird. We talked about this too, but like just you and I are on it. But like I filmed it at the height of the pandemic because I didn't think they gave me a bunch of dates to choose. I'm like, I picked this one because I wasn't sure dry bar was going to make it out of the pandemic. So I took it. The crowd was half capacity, mostly masked, and so it was so weird, but it was still a blast.
So hard.
God, it was hard. It's hard, but yeah, it's comedy, right? It's
Yes.
it never gonna be a perfect situation.
Yeah,
So
you never never know. But very funny. You guys go, make sure you go watch his Dry Bar special.
Do it. I need to be able to feed my child. Come on. I need those views. He's
right.
hungry.
That baby.
He's a
Go.
cantankerous old Jewish man. He screams all the time. Please make him happy.
Definitely need to go check it out. And you guys, thank you so much. Thanks to the scorekeeper, for Alex, for helping me out over here, for Chewy. He wasn't really good this week. I'm not thanking him. And of course, for my audience, you guys are amazing. I just love this. All right, so you guys can stick around, and we will say episode 138 is out. Bye, everybody.
I will hold, I will hold. Ain't no man, ain't no woman, ain't no thing, no, there ain't nothing going on. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.